I've got some house cleaning to do here, but I've got some information available before we get started. It's in the chat there in the messaging area. I am here in Stockton, California. I go by Soldier of Self-Mastery, Philosopher of Everyday Victorious Living. 2 affirmations that I've been using on myself to retrain, to transform the way that I think and the way that I live. So this is your program, my friends. I started this program, 12 episodes ago. So today's episode 13. This is your program, my friends. I'm here to interact with you. You're welcome to stop me from my preaching whenever you post a question. I'd love to learn more about you. I'd love to learn, or I would really enjoy to know who you are, where you're from, what you may be challenged with, and what it is that you're looking answers for. Oh, the same thing. Come on, Santos, you're repeating yourself. So I see Joe is on the broadcast. Hello, Joe. What's up, Santos? I'll tell you, Joe, super fantastic, terrific, over the top things are up, man, along with challenges and everything else that's coming up and down the pike, my friend. I'm excited to be here once again. I thank all of you. I thank you very much for being a part of this program. And as long as people are willing to challenge me, ask questions, and listen to what I have to share, I'm going to be on the air Fridays and Sundays between the hours of 4 and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, this is your program. I didn't create this program. I didn't start this program just to ramble on, like I was told by a YouTuber that posted on one of my comments. Anyways, great to see you, Santos. Thank you, Daniel. Welcome to the episode, Daniel. I hope that you guys are having wonderful weather. I hope that you're enjoying. And can you hear me very well? I'm using my camera, a different camera today. I forgot my microphone, but it should be picking up. If you guys hear me, let me know if you hear me very well. I'm gonna play a song here in a minute before I get into this program. Kind of get me pumped up. I'm excited. And by the way, we're gonna be having a pretty good episode tonight. We're gonna talk about addiction. We're gonna talk about. I'll tell you what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about what does it take to create real fast, lasting transformation. Right? Real, fast. Okay. This isn't a quick fix, my friends. But we want changes faster, right? We want to we want to create transformation as quick as possible. So hopefully my song in the background doesn't sound echoey. I'll just play this one song, and that's it. Runaway by Starship, by the way. Soldier of Self-Mastery. So we're going to be talking about these things. I want some questions, my friends. I want to be challenged, because if I'm not challenged, I won't grow. If you're not challenged, you won't grow, my friend. So I'm sure that there will be. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, David. I'm sure there will be others joining. Let me get some of this house cleaning out of the way. By the way, like I said, you can subscribe to soldiersofselfmastery.com. It's right there in the comment section if you haven't. And I know those of you that are on here, maybe you've already. I'm just putting this into the video for others that may come along later on. Subscribe to soldiersofselfmastery.com. Receive one email from me on Mondays. I'm not going to flood your inbox with a bunch of emails, my friends. And I try to make the best emails possible. Motivation, inspiration, maybe some upcoming event or something like that. By the way, I did get your comment, Daniel, about the shirt, Soldiers of Self-Mastery t-shirts. I'll look into that, and I will get back to you. I will respond to you privately on through Facebook. I believe we can make that large shirt. It's the price that I'm going to be looking at. So I'll get back to you on that. What else? The newly revised, easy to read, short book, The Little Red Book, Thoughts to Defeat Problem Gambling. In fact, you can see I'm wearing the t-shirt today. So I'm going to wait a few seconds here. And if not, we'll get started. Hey, 3 heads are better than 1. So throw some questions at me, guys. So we've been on a series. We've been on a topic on a series of discussions talking about what will motivate you and I to change for the better. What will it take? Or what's it gonna take, right? I remember it was painful for me. It was very embarrassing. It was painful. I was living a double life. I was doing some minor cheating, some minor stealing, taking money from individuals that I feel bad for. They're no longer in my life. Some of these people are no longer in my life, but that's just the way it is. And I just knew I wanted more. I knew that there was more to life than just going to the casino a couple days a week and leaving all my hard-earned income there. I knew there was more. I didn't quite know how all of this was going to work for my change, for my transformation. But I knew that the internet, I knew that YouTube and Google were going to be a very, very big part. And that's where it all started. Sorry, I am a big guy. Well, you don't have to be sorry, Daniel. That's just who you are. Be proud of who you are, man. That's great. I'd like to be at least 4 inches taller. I don't know about bigger, but maybe 4 inches taller. But this is the card that the master has dealt with me, and I love myself, right? I love who I am. I've come to appreciate myself. I enjoy spending time with myself. There was a time where I didn't. I was like in this bubble. I was like in this really strange existence where I could see out, but I didn't think that other people could really see in. Can you relate to something like that? It's like you're looking out, but nobody's really looking in. Of course, unless we allow them. And that's what creates change in our lives, when we allow help to come through that bubble, that dark experience, that dark zone, if you will. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Truth. How did you get rid of the anger? Santos, great question, Daniel. And by the way, all of what we're talking about, everything that we're talking about, I'm going to get to your question here, Daniel. What we're talking about here has a lot to do with, obviously, it ties into what does it take to create real fast, create real, not real fast, but real, right? Create real fast. In other words, now, I need to change now, and lasting change, right? We don't want change for just 1 week or 2 weeks. We want change that's going to be lifelong. We hear about these New Year's resolutions, right? New Year's resolutions. For most people, it doesn't last, man. I remember I used to make New Year's resolutions and years back. And, it's become what has it become? It's become a habit to make New Year's resolutions. But what do most people do? They break them, right? Why do they break them? That's what we're going to look into tonight a little bit. So anger, Daniel, I still have anger. You can have what I call an anger that is very productive. And then, of course, there's the anger that is non-productive. That's what we want to stay away from. And anger causes us to go into the casino. Anger causes us to pick up the bottle. Anger causes us to smoke that joint with cocaine in it. Anger causes us to punch somebody. In fact, and then there's the productive anger, anger that can push us over the edge to say, you know what? I'm completely done with this shit. Pardon my language. I'm completely done with this crap. You know, that's the anger that we want to use. So you dig inside yourself, you ask the right questions, and it's amazing what you can do with all of these negatives. Some people think, well, anger is a negative. Well, there's a positive side. Just like you may agree with this, you may not agree. There's a positive side to gambling, and then there's a negative side to gambling. That's true. You know, there's people that can actually walk into a casino and walk out with money and maybe go once a month. Now, I'm done with that lifestyle. I don't agree. For me, I do not agree of going into the casino and gambling once a month or once a year. I just don't agree with it because it took me a lot of sweat equity. It took me a lot of money. Well, maybe not so much money to invest in myself. Most of the money was lost in the coffers. So it was a battle that I had to win. So I can't go back there, but there are positives. The truth be told, there are some positives. I mean, you don't even have to be a casino gambler. You can go into a casino. Some casinos will give you free drinks and free food. There's a positive to that, right? There's some positives, but ultimately the machines that you're engaged with, that machine is engineered. It's crafted to get into your subconscious. That's why more and more what we're seeing are video games. Why? Because video games are very effective in captivating the mind and keeping you there for hours and hours. And of course, in order to play with those machines, you have to put money into it. Pardon just a minute here. I don't know why I managed to get a stupid fly in here. So I see we got a short audience today. Hopefully we'll get some questions. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this topic that I brought up. Man, that was good. Lime mineralized water, healthy water. We need it for the brain, guys. So I'm just learning to use my anger, Daniel, every single day. Sometimes I get angry with my brain and I speak directly to my mind. I tell, last night I made a video and I posted it on YouTube, and every video that I make, I'm talking to myself. I am talking to myself directly because that's how I'm mastering my emotions. That's how I'm mastering the old paradigms. That's how I'm mastering Santos. Santos would love to go to the casino. Santos would love to go and be high all the time. Santos would love to just, have it easy all the time, have it easy and comfortable all the time. Well, life, there are portions of time that we can have those things. And I'm not talking about the casinos or the drugs or anything like that. If you drink a beer once in a while, I drink a beer once in a while. I don't really particularly like it, but if it's cold, I'll drink a beer. And that's about it. I won't go to 4, I won't go to 5, and I don't make it a habit of drinking every weekend or 2 or 3 times a day. I learned to control my life. And I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm extremely grateful for that. We are talking about what does it take to create real, fast, and lasting changes. Thank you for coming. I see a few others have joined. If you have a question, there is some information there in the chat area. I want to be challenged, guys. I want to be challenged. Do you want to be challenged? You have, those of you that are on here, you got some great questions. Some questions have been presented, and I appreciate that. But we're talking about getting the victory every single day, day by day, right? We can't do it for 7 days at a time. Getting the victory over your life, controlling mastery over your emotions so that you are happier, so that you are controlling your finances, so that you are building more effective relationships. You're handling situations that are going to arise from within your family or outside. I remember one time I was at a gas station and a fight broke out. There was a lot of people at the gas station. It was an Arco gas station. In fact, I might have mentioned this before. Things happen, right? It was a bunch of people, and everybody was kind of, jimmying. They were trying to get to the pump, right? I remember I was there, and I happened to walk out of the Arco, the little store, but it was at the Arco gas station. And next to I see these two girls arguing. Actually, this one shorter American girl was yelling at a black girl in her car, and the black girl was in her car. When she got out, she was a little hefty, and that little white girl, boy, she got brave. I don't know what happened, how that argument started, because I was inside the store. Next that little white girl grabbed the black girl, and the black girl jumped on her. It turned it around. Next the black girl was pounding her head on the pavement, on the tar. And there was quite a few people there. They all had their cameras, and they were filming that. I'm sure that came out on YouTube. First thing I did, man, why exactly I did it, I don't know. I didn't want to see blood, maybe. I went over and I prevented that fight. I went over and I got involved. And then my wife kind of jumped in, and then there was a few other people, and we separated those two girls. Who knows? That video might be on YouTube someplace. So things happen, right? And what do we want to do? We don't want to react to situations. We want to respond to situations. And it's the same thing when we get thoughts, harmful thoughts in our minds, right? If you make a decision that you want to stop gambling, or you want to stop smoking or drinking, or you want to prevent yourself from having a bad display of anger, you got to learn to master your thoughts. You got to learn to master your mind. And that all of that is possible through repetition, my friends. That's, I do not hesitate to say that this is where I'm at today. Sometimes I feel like I've created my own world. Like I live in this new world of and it's a wonderful world, and you can create your own world. Now, it does take work. It takes work, and it takes repetition, and it takes a determination, my friends. Too many generalities, and we're going to get into this. I see some questions. Ernst. Hello, Santos. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you. How to learn faster, becoming a super learner. Do you have some tips? We're going to talk about that. Yes. Tennis for Star. Help Santos with this mission. Good guy does it to help. Yes. We're going to talk about. So how is it? How is it that I've been able to create lasting change in my life? How is it that I've been able to get the victory, create a victory over gambling and over other addictions? Okay, it's not just gambling. By the way, welcome those of you that have joined this session. If you have questions, post them in the comments. I'm going to do my best to get to them. Pamela says, hi, Santos. Don't worry about your videos being too long all the time. The more you say, the more you're helping. Thank you, Pamela. I truly appreciate you for saying that. I appreciate you for saying that. I admit in the beginning, in anything that we do new, we're going to suck at it. And I have videos. In fact, today there's been a lot of activity on my YouTube channel. And I wanted to do a shout out to these two individuals, Mike the Breeze and Good Fart for Bold. Good Fart for Bold. Thank you. And Mike the Breeze. So if you guys are hearing or you come on board, I'd love to interact. Thank you once again, Pamela. Daniel says, don't you think it takes discipline and commitment every day along with a program? Definitely. I'll tell you, one of the reasons why I believe people are having a very difficult time with their lives is because they generalize. And what I mean by that is generality. We say a lot of things, but those, we make a lot of statements. We make a lot of statements, but within those statements, there's no real clarity. They're general. For instance, I want to stop gambling. Well, we come out of the casino and we're pounding on our way home. We're driving the vehicle or we're on the bus, wherever. Maybe we're riding a bicycle. Welcome, Vishal. Thank you. Welcome to the program. And we're telling ourselves, you know what? I ain't going to the casino no more. I'm not going. I'm going to stop gambling. We could be crying or whatever. That's generality. That's not going to work. Daniel brought up the question. So what do you guys think about being more specific about what it is that we want? What do you think about being more detailed or having more clarity? Right? It takes a decision, my friends. But I'll tell you what's more important. I find in my life, what's more important, the decision is very important because that's your starting point, right? It's like a rocket. Elon Musk, he creates Tesla electric cars. He's creating something, or he's created something called SpaceX, right? There's a button that's being pushed somewhere to send that rocket off the launching pad. There's an initial button. But guess what's really important? I mean, that initial thrust, that launch is very, very important. But what's more important, I believe, what happens afterwards, right? The guidance system, the programming, the engineers that are operating that craft to get to its destination. Or maybe it's all important, right? Of course, it is all important. Come on, Santos. What you do after you make a statement, and depending, I say this a lot in my videos, you got to draw a line. One has to draw a line in the cement, right? Too many people are drawing the line in the sand. That's a generality to me. I know this is kind of a picture that I'm painting, but think about it. If you draw a line in the sand, what happens usually? The waves of water, people can walk over it, wind, the elements, and it can change that. But if you draw a line in the cement, that's a whole different scenario, my friend. That's solid. That's not general. I mean, that is clear, that is precise, that is detailed. So that's what it really takes for us to overcome and to break through and to live a much more happier lifestyle, happier life. You got to be absolutely committed to what it is that you want. Hi, bro. Do you stop gambling? This is Vishal Chauhan. How do you stop gambling and get over your losses and stop chasing the loss? And when you are in debt, the only way you can think is gambling to fix it. Well, you can't fix losses by going back to the casino. You're doing yourself a disservice by that. Number one, you have to move on. You have to make a decision. Like I just said, you have to draw a line in the cement and you have to move on. You have to have a program. Daniel mentioned this. You have to have a program in place. You have to have accountability. Just having general things, okay, I made a decision. I'm going to watch a video maybe once or twice a week. Maybe I'll interact with somebody about my situation twice a month. And in the meantime, you're not really doing anything about that paradigm. You know, your subconscious, my friends, your subconscious is like a record that is playing, or like a movie that is very attractive to you. That music, right? In your head, there's a record that's playing, and you are used to that music. In fact, you really enjoy that music. You may not agree with what I'm saying, but it's the truth, because if you didn't enjoy it, think about it. If you don't enjoy something, if something hurts you really bad, what do you generally want to do? You want to get away from it, right? You're not going to let somebody come up to you. If you're at Walmart or outside of Walmart or at the gas station and somebody comes up to you and punches you in the face, you're not going to turn the other cheek and say, hey, go ahead and break my teeth on this side also while you're at it. No, you're going to defend yourself. So the record that's playing, I play online, bro. That's gambling is gambling, you know, whether it's the bookies, the horses, casinos, online, a laptop, or your phone. And that's becoming, I'm telling you, my friend, that is becoming more potent. This machine that we are all up against, called addiction, called problem gambling, whatever it may be. It could be an attitude. It could be overeating, undereating, that we're all against. These are like machines. These are like huge monsters. And the only way that we will be able to combat those things is right here. First of all, right here, there has to be a solid decision made, right? I watched videos. I remember I had 2 or 3 videos. It was about 3 videos. And some of those videos were like 3 or 4 hours long. And I would watch those videos, not literally stare at those videos, but sometimes I would, and I'd have my notes and I'd be taking notes. What can I learn from this guy? Even though some of the stuff that he was talking about wasn't really about gambling. We're talking about Dale Carnegie, Maxwell Maltz. Who's the other guy? Earl Nightingale. Oh, he's a big one. Earl Nightingale. And I would literally have my headphones on early in the morning before I started my day. And then late at night, I would listen to these programs, because during the day, it was a little bit challenging for me. And by the way, during the day, the brain waves are very jumpy. What you want is if you really want to program your mind, do it in the mornings. Do it in the evenings towards when you're alone before you go to bed. I'm telling you. And you don't have to sit there and stare at a video, but you can put on the headset and you can take notes, right? Have a journal, take notes. And I'm telling you, the more that you do that, the more it's going to get into your subconscious, the more it's going to scratch the grooves on that record that's playing in your head, because that's what you want, right? You want to develop a spiritual remote that you can use to shift the channel of that movie that's playing in your head. And all of that takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of time. It takes an investment. So if you hire a coach, and again, some of you may say, here he goes again, promoting himself. It doesn't matter whether it's me or somebody else. A coach will help you get there faster. Well, who's going to hire a coach? Millionaires hire coaches. Why would a millionaire hire a coach? To learn. Cheerleaders hire coaches. Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Mr. Olympia, who is Phil Heath. If you don't know who he is, he's the greatest. He has the greatest body on the planet. He's Mr. Olympia. Okay, I'm just going off a few names here. And every individual, when you go to college, when you go to school, those are coaches per se that are teaching you, and you pay. Some of you, maybe you've gone to college, you've paid. In fact, you still owe money because you've got these bills from your college days, etc. So, you know, getting there faster, we all need help. I know I need help. I still need help today, even though I am where I am. I don't really need so much help with the gambling issues or the addictions, but I need help in other areas, because as you begin to grow and you become more of who you want to be and who you can be, the real you, you begin to find areas in your life that you want to develop. Cool areas. Those are your gifts. Those are your passions. And those things could be turned into businesses and legacies. So anyways, I've said a bunch here. Do you have a Patreon channel, or can I support you via PayPal? Vishal, the link is above in the top of the chats. If you want to donate to this mission, you know, when you help me, guys, you're helping other people, because that's what I'm about. You know, and I'm not ashamed to ask for donations. And there was a time where I was ashamed, you know, well, you know, he has a business, he's asking for donations. Well, my business is still in its infancy. And remember this, my friends, I've lost just about everything that I've had due to gambling. So I'm starting life all over. Yes, I'm a little bit further ahead today. I'm extremely grateful because I made a decision in the sand, not in the sand. Come on, Santos. I made a decision in the cement. And I told myself, Santos, you know what? You're not going to ever go back. I don't care. This is how I talk to myself sometimes in the mirror. Santos, I don't care what it takes. I don't care how much you fail. I don't care how much you suck right now. I'm not going to let you go back. You're not going to give up on your mission. This is your mission. This is your life mission, to help people, to bring value into the lives of other people. That takes time. It takes my commitment. It takes strength. It takes money. It takes study. And it also takes me risking my life. So thank you, Vishal. You can donate at soldiersofselfmastery.com. That is a completely secure site. You don't have to worry about, and also you can give through PayPal. If you want to give through PayPal, you can also give through PayPal. But my site is, they don't charge you anything. I pay all the fees. PayPal, they end up charging you for sending money. So thank you. I appreciate that. And again, I'm here on Sundays. My time's going by so quick. I'm here on Sundays and Fridays consistently. My friends, I'm going to be here consistently to share my life, to share my journey, to share motivation, to share inspiration. What I learn, I'm going to give out. And I want to be challenged by you, and I want your questions, because we're all going to grow together. We're all going to grow. If we keep at this, we're all going to grow, my friends. So that's why I invite you to purchase the book, you know, the little red book, Thoughts to Defeat Problem Gambling. That's a training for your mind. That book, let me share something with you. I don't even consider it a book. It's a manual with these exercises, with these life hacks. You could take one or two of those. And I believe very strongly, because it works in my life. Those things can transform your life, areas, your entire life. Even if you take one or two of those ideas, and I've got a bunch of them. Of course, there's motivation and inspiration, and it makes a great gift. You can buy one and give it away. So Daniel had a question. I will go there and make a donation. Thank you, Vishal. I appreciate your help. You have been helping me since a year ago. You helped me and many of my friends. Wow, I'm humbled. I appreciate that. Let me see. Daniel says, wise men once said, if you're in a hole, stop digging, cut the loss and never get it back. Been a hardcore compulsive gambler for 20 years. And another thing, guys and gals, if there's a lady watching, relabel yourself. Relabel yourself. If you continue to call yourself a problem gambler, what is that going to do for you? Again, this is an observation. This is an option. I'm not telling you what to do. You have to, you got to take the bull by the horns, right? You have to do it. But I'll tell you one thing I'm not going to do. Sometimes I do say once in a while, hey, I'm an ex-gambler. I used to be, but I don't even like bringing those things up. You know, I'm a free man. I'm a free man, and I'm going to help many people get free. I'm going to help many people out of that prison, that mental prison that they're in. I'm going to help, and I believe I'm already helping many people. I know I get the comments, I get the emails, but there are some of you that are really struggling, and I understand that. Keep going. Keep going. Get rid of generality. Start making detailed statements. When you use your journal, if you use a journal, use clarity. You cannot achieve a goal if you don't know. If you cannot achieve a goal that you don't want, number one. If you don't have a destination, you're not going to get there. And if you don't have a proper plan, you're not going to get. You can make different plans, but the plan that you want is the most specific one, right? The most specific the plan, the faster it is that you're going to get there, the less time. It's just going to be an overall greater thing, because there's many different paths to get to different areas in life, right? I know when I go in my car, sometimes I turn on the GPS, and you ever notice if you drive a car or a bicycle, or maybe you're even walking, if you use a GPS can throw you off the route. It'll get you there, but it can throw you off the route. It'll take you off side streets. Next thing you know, you're at stoplights and you're going down another path instead of taking you down the freeway, right? To get there faster. You save gas, you save money, and you avoid the chance of running into road rage with somebody on a side street somewhere. Gotta go, Daniel. Okay, God bless you. God bless everyone. Daniel says, I am a non-gambler in recovery. Make that solid, my friend. Make that solid, Daniel. Buy the book, Invest in Self-Improvement. Thank you. I see we've got a few other people that look like they're just watching. If you want to identify yourself, I'd love to. I would enjoy knowing who you are, addressing you by name, where you're from. If not, you can just watch the program. I'm going to be ending soon, and we've been talking about what does it take to create real fast, lasting transformation. Let me see if I can actually bring the camera up just a little bit to see what's behind me. There. Now it's just my head. But if you can see, we want to stay away from generality. And part of being general is double-mindedness, right? You cannot achieve in life if you're double-minded. You will not develop a good business if you're double-minded. You got to be like the horse wearing those blinders, just going forward. So a little bit more here, and we're going to be ending the episode. Thank you for being with me. It's been a short crew today, but that's okay. I appreciate all of you guys. So let's start wrapping things up, my friends, because I'm not getting any more questions. But here's what I want to leave you with. After a decision is made, the plan has to be clear, detailed, specific, and deliberate. Now, think about this for a moment. You made a decision. You've been on a very clear, specific, detailed path. You've been achieving victories. You haven't been to the casino for several months, several weeks. You're waking up every day with a smile. You've got your journal or your book or your video that you watch every morning, whatever ritual that you decide to do. You get up, whether you go to work or you run a business, or maybe you work from home, or maybe you're retired. I see we've got Jay Scratch. I just watched a video from 4 months ago for first time here. Welcome to the episode. This is episode 13. If you want to learn a little bit more about who I am and what this mission is all about, at the top of the chat, I've got some information, and I would encourage you to subscribe so that you can learn. You can, if you have a question, by the way, if you have a question, you can learn, you can ask the question. I interrupt myself because you guys are very important to me. So if I'm talking, I've got a thought. Yes, it's important, but you know what? I want to get your questions and I want to interact with you because this is your program. I'm here every Friday at 4 p.m., every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, and I'm going to be doing, I believe I'm going to be doing a live program on Instagram also. So thank you for being here, Jay Scratch. Let's get back to the vision. You're doing good. You're feeling good. You know, you're eating better because, as we know, the casinos are full of junk food. Now, there are some good food in the casinos, but you've been out of the casino. You're eating better. You're drinking healthy water. By the way, if you want some tips on healthy water, I can turn you on to one of my businesses and the products that I use to keep my brain at peak level every single day. My friend, you got to feed your brain good water. And I'm not talking about just filtered water. I'm talking about something above that. Water that's infused with all the natural minerals. It makes a difference, my friends. Anyways, you're doing better. You're getting up every single day, putting on your clothes. You're feeling great. Your family's happier. You're on your way to work. You're listening to your motivational CD in your car. You know, you're happier. You get to work. You're learning how to interact better with people because you no longer have that problem, that addiction. People are starting to take notice at work. Your family, extended families, beginning to take notice. Now they're asking you, what have you been up to lately? What are you doing? You get a chance to share your story with them, right? Or maybe you stopped gambling and here you are 3 or 4 months later, you're building a business, my friend. Imagine a year down the road, or 2 years down the road, and you are completely successful. You've got a decent amount of income in the bank. Your family is intact. Your children are grown up. You're looking back at those 3 or 4 years ago where you were all busted up, depressed, suicidal. You had a noose around your neck. You know what a noose is, right? That's what they hang people with, a noose. You had a noose around your neck. That noose is no longer there. Can you see this life? Can you imagine? You're doing things, you're helping people, you're helping others, you're giving to your community. You've got a nice car, I don't know, BMW. Maybe you're driving a Ferrari. I don't like Ferraris. What was it? The Audi. I like the Audi. The twin turbo Audi with nice leather inside, nice light color leather, maybe blue or gray. Technology package. So when you fall asleep on the road, the car kind of takes over for you, wakes you up, keeps you from damage. You're taking trips. Can you see yourself on that airplane with your family or by yourself? You've got your journal. You're writing in your journal. Maybe you're writing a book. You're in the air. You're reminding yourself, man, I'm grateful. Man, I'm grateful. Hard to believe, man. I got to pinch myself. Is this real? Yes. Hi, Al. Welcome to the program. Ernst has left the program. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, Ernst. Appreciate your presence here. And hi, Ali. Thank you for being here today. How much water do you drink a day? You know, some days I drink a little bit more. But the water that I drink, in my next episode on Friday, I'll show you what I drink. It's a product called Ionite. I'm an affiliate of a company called Basic Reset. In fact, I'm going to type the link in here so you can check out the products if you want to. I try to drink either half a gallon to a gallon a day. But the water that I drink is infused with all the essential minerals. There's like 75 to 80 minerals that your body needs. And why do I talk about water so much in my videos? The reason is because if we want our mind to operate at maximum level in our body, right? There's 3 things that we need. There are 4 things. We need proper sleep. We need food. We need vitamins and minerals. We need some exercise. We need air. And we need water. Without water and air, you're done. Okay? A lot of people can get exposed. A lot of people are being exposed to bad air. What happens? Bad air is not healthy. That's why they make all these air purifiers. What about water? We're finding out that filtered water is really dead water. And you'll find that out. I'm going to put the link here. Let me type it in before I share with you a little bit more. I shouldn't be hunched over here, but SOSM209.basicreset.com. This is the link you can go to, and you can learn more about this mineralized water. And I would encourage you to watch Dr. Fred Kaufman. He's a friend of mine. He is the founder of Basic Reset, the president of that company. Dr. Fred Kaufman, you can watch the video there at that link. And what I take is the ionite, the liquid ionite, and the aqua, I believe it's called, it's a new product. I'll tell you what it does. It's aqua, FX. Aqua, oh man, what is it? Alkaline FX. What they do is they actually change the structure of the water that you drink. So you're not just drinking filtered water. You're drinking a water that has actually been changed, the molecular structure of the water. Now, here's the thing. This is only in the United States, my friends, and in some countries. Unfortunately, that's just the way the business works. But you can get minerals. You can get natural minerals, and you can put them in your water if you're from a different country where our product doesn't reach you. What that does, it changes the molecular structure of the water. It infuses the water with energy. And what that does is everything in your body is comprised of cells, right? Just about everything. Your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your brain, everything is cells. Cells are operating in your body. And most people have dehydrated cells because the water is not filled with minerals. It's not really infused with energy. So they're getting just a little tiny bit of water. The water that I'm drinking actually penetrates the cell substantially. And it brings minerals into those cells. And those cells are working throughout the body, part of your blood. So if you're putting high quality, natural, talk about natural, not something that's made in a lab. This is stuff that comes from the earth itself, from the ocean. You're going to experience healing. You're going to experience, because your cells are going to operate on a higher level in your body. You'll have more energy. I mean, I've noticed a lot of changes. I've been on this product for 2 years. So anyways, that's as much as I'm going to say about that. You can check out the link there, SOSM209.basicreset.com. So let's wrap it up, my friends, because I can go on. I can go on and on. I get really excited. I love talking about these things. I love sharing the transformation that I've been able to achieve in my life. That's, to me, it's like miraculous. I'm just amazed at, number one, the glory of God and all of these tools that he's given me to be able to use, in particular, YouTube. So Thanks. I'll check it out. Lottery scratch off my issue. Kind of odd. Your vid came up on my YouTube home area. Sign on. Taking it. Thank you. I look forward to your comments, Jay Scratch, and I look forward to your victories, my friend. Your victories. You're in control. You're the master. Let me finish up here by saying thank you. Thank you very much for all of you being here. Remember, stay away from general statements. Stay away from general statements. Make a solid, or again, this is all optional. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, my friend, because you're going to take your own advice. But if you're going to do this, if you're going to get the victory over whatever it may be, gambling, or maybe you just want to make a decision to go to college, to go to some school, or to invest in yourself, like hiring a coach, of some sort. Do it. Do it. Make a deliberate decision and, work at it. Invest in yourself. Make sure that you get clarity in your life. Make sure that it's becoming detailed and that you have a specifics. You want specifics about all of these things that you want to achieve. And I'm telling you, the further that you go, the more that you achieve, the more that you're going to achieve, the more that you're going to want to achieve. And the more clear your vision, your destination becomes. And here's what's really important. I'm going to end with this here, my friend. It's the person that you are going to become on that journey. It's not so much about the achievement, but it's the person that you are going to become, that you are becoming. I'm telling you, you're an amazing individual. You're a human. The human spirit, the human mind is something that is outstanding. It is, you can't really figure it all out because we've been created phenomenally by the master who put all things together. Some may agree, some may disagree. That's just my observation about life. So 4 p.m. I'm in California, so I'm Pacific Standard Time. And again, I may change the time. Jay Scratch is asking the question. On Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard. And on I'm always putting all of this information in the description area of these live videos. Okay, so you have all of this. Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Fridays, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That may change. It depends on, a couple of different factors and input from those of you that are on this. If you feel that maybe later on in the evening would be a better choice, let me know. Send me an email at soldiersofselfmastery.com. Let me know. I'm open to feedback. The link is going to be at the top of this chat section. So once again, remember what Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of president, one of the first presidents, or I say one of the beginning presidents of the United States, way back in the 1930s, Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Do something that scares you every day." I believe that will increase your self-belief, your confidence, and your courage, my friend. Peace through strength. Remember to make every single day, my friend, if you can, memorize that if you want to, a super fantastic, terrific, and over-the-top day, daily, in spite of and because of. I will see you on my next episode at the top, not on the bottom, winning at the top on the inside, my friends. Colleen Jackson just joined. Thank you, Colleen. Fear is a liar. 125 or 250%. Now, fear is a liar, but also fear can be a friend, right? We must learn how to use fear. And when you learn how to use fear effectively, it's going to help you. But I would agree, yes, Some fears are a liar. That's true, Colleen. And if there's any more, if I get a few more comments, I'll stay here and hang around and see what's going on. Hi, Allie, not even about not gambling, but just good lifestyle. I tell you, it's possible. I use this hashtag all the time. Hashtag if I can, you can. 209. I'm going to put that in the comments. If I can, you can. 209. Thanks for going live. Thank you, Colleen. And again, make sure to subscribe. The links, all the information, important information, will be at the top of the chat. I would encourage you to stay, subscribe. You get an email from me, and all the other goodies are at the top. So once again, I want to thank all of you for investing in your life, because this has been an investment. Wow, almost an hour. Again, this has been an investment in your life, my friend, just as well as it has been in my life. I appreciate you. I believe in all of you. There's a lot of great stuff on the inside within each and every one of you. I hope that you'll bring it out, and I hope that you'll share that with the world. I'll see you on my next episode. Soldier of Self-Mastery out.